Today's Cowboys Report is presented by Rhone. Their commuter collection, I am wearing one of their dress shirts, can get you straight through the workday into whatever comes next. Get 20% off your order when you use promo code ChatSports over at Rhone.com/ChatSports. Here's what's coming up on today's Cowboys Report. A potential Dak Prescott extension. We shall break down that one for you. Dak spoke on it. Brandin Cooks, the new Cowboys wide receiver, had some praise for his new quarterback. We'll also discuss free agency rumors out there. Could Dallas sign a veteran wide receiver or re-sign one like T.Y. Hilton, and the idea of adding Leonard Fournette to the backfield. We begin, though, with Dak Prescott as he spoke about his contract extension at the Reliant Home Run Derby. Leighton Vander Esch won, in case you did not see that, if anyone cares. He said he was leaving it up to his agent, which isn't maybe a huge surprise there. Here's what Dak had to say. As Stephen Jones has said, it might happen overnight. Who knows, right? But that's not any of my concerns or in my thought process. That's the stuff I leave to the Cowboys and I leave to my agent. They got it done years ago, and when it's time to get it done again, I trust in both of them. I would doubt it gets done overnight. That is not how the Cowboys do business. They drag and slow their feet. And the quarterback market has shifted significantly, even in the past 2-ish months, with Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson getting $50+ million per year contracts. Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert are soon to get that level of money. Now, if you're the Cowboys, and if you can get a deal done around the Kyler Murray or even just under Russell Wilson price tag, that's not going to be top 5 money for more than a couple of days, even with Herbert and Burrow coming down the line. And those guys should be getting and will be getting massive deals. The longer you wait, the more it costs. If you are the last one to pay your quarterback in the same bucket, it ends up being expensive. The reality is for the Cowboys, they have two paths right now. They can pay their top 10 quarterback and try to build out the rest of the roster around them because every quarterback needs help. As look at the Chiefs spending pick after pick after pick on wide receivers. I mean, they've spent firsts or seconds or thirds in trade value in Darius Toney and Sky Moore and Rashee Rice. They, of course, have Travis Kelce. Good teams build around their quarterbacks. They throw the cap money, they throw the cap space down the line, push it off into the future. So Dallas should either pay their top 10 guy or rebuild. And I don't think the Cowboys are needing to rebuild. I think they can continue to have success, just hoping for more playoff success. So we're going back to the same question. Do you want to extend Dak Prescott? This is the pinned comment on today's show. If the ad break happens to come here on the YouTube side, take advantage of it. Head down there, Y for yes or N for no. Let's discuss what Brandin Cooks had to say now. Cooks and Dak both had praise for each other. You wouldn't really expect anything different for the new receiver, the new quarterback. But I do think what Brandin Cooks had to say and the specifics of what he had to say are very impactful and important. Cooks said, quote, "I've been around some great ones." That refers to Drew Brees and Tom Brady, by the way, not Davis Mills and Kyle Allen. And we've been throwing around, and let me tell you, that guy can sling that ball. I'm just excited to get going, no doubt. He's special with that ball coming out of his hands and his natural-born leadership. There's a couple guys that I've been around that can lead a team, and the way he's doing it being this young is unbelievable for sure. I know that Cooks is not alone in that thought in terms of particularly the leadership aspect of it. That's always been one of Dak's better traits. That entire locker room would go to war for him. And Dak also, by the way, praised Cooks' speed, which is important, is impactful, because the Cowboys don't have that same level of speed. It does bring a much-needed and new element to the Cowboys' offense. Last year it was CeeDee Lamb and injured Michael Gallup and Noah Brown, and those guys aren't fast. Brandin Cooks brings the type of top-end speed, the legitimate 4.3 speed that the Cowboys have not had on this roster. You guys know I love CeeDee Lamb. He's not Brandin Cooks fast. Now, his numbers did dip last year. I am inclined to blame that on the quarterback play, the bad situation in Houston. He still has, I believe, the 1,000 upside. And even if it gets it to 800, 900, you're not paying him that much, all things considered. Today's show is made possible by our good friends over at Rhone. Men's closets were due for a radical reinvention, and Rhone has stepped up to that challenge. The Commuter Collection is the most comfortable, breathable, and flexible set of products known to man. They get you ready for any occasion with the Commuter Collection. Pants, dress shirts, quarter zips, polos. You never have to worry about what you're going to wear with the Rhone Commuter Collection. Their 4-way stretch fabric provides breathability and flexibility to leave you free to enjoy whatever life throws your way, from your commute to work to drinks to a night out to 18 holes of golf. Feel confident without the hassle thanks to Rhone's wrinkle release technology, and smell good too with their Gold Fusion anti-odor technology. Head to Rhone.com/chatsports and use promo code chatsports. Save 20% off your order today. That's 20% off your entire order when you go to RHONE.com/chatsports and use code chatsports. Find your corner office comfort with Rhone. Links in the comment section and the description of today's show. Let's talk free agency now, beginning with Leonard Fournette, playoff Lenny, who has not been playoff Lenny here. CBS Sports pitched the idea of the Cowboys adding Fournette in free agency, and I understand why, given the current state of the running back room. I have issues with it, though. Here's what CBS Sports wrote. In Dallas, Fournette could return to his playoff Lenny form while complimenting starter Tony Pollard and rookie Deuce Vaughn. Still just 28, Fournette would give the Cowboys an experienced runner who could help them break their 28-year-old Super Bowl drought. First off, stop saying that running backs are going to help take you over the edge to win your Super Bowl. That's not happened since Emmitt Smith. It has been too long of a time frame to go, well, if you add the running back, that's the missing piece. That's not how it works anymore. They can help you, sure, but stop treating it like it's the missing piece altogether. I have more thoughts here on Fournette. But if you were Will McClay, Stephen Jones, Jerry Jones, McCarthy, would you be pushing to sign Fournette? S for sign or P for pass in the comment section. To be quite honest, I'm not that interested in Fournette. Now, he has the size that I do think this locker room and this running back room doesn't really have at the moment. The problem is he was worse than Ezekiel Elliott was last year. 3.5 yards per carry, 3.8 in 2020. He was serviceable, solid even in 2021. That is not good production. That's a big volume, and I get the Bucs' offensive line was bad. I am happy to acknowledge that, like I'm sure many of you will too. But he's not playoff Lenny right now. He hasn't been that good, and why would I want to probably promise him a roster spot for that level of production? I just don't see it. I think Ronald Jones, who's also actually a bigger guy than most might expect, could fill the similar short yardage role, or Malik Davis could, or Hunter Lipke. I want to see what these young new guys can do in the running back room for the Dallas Cowboys. I want to see my guy Deuce Vaughn. I want to see what Rojo, Malik Davis, Rico Dowdle, Hunter Lipke can do. If it's not good in camp early on, then let's revisit. At that stage, maybe if Fournette's unsigned, he could still make some sense. I am inclined to get through some parts of mini camp, training camp, maybe the first week or two, and then revisit, like the Cowboys often do at their different positions. They love a good training camp signing. Maybe a running back is one of them. Now, you can get daily Cowboys videos right here on the Cowboys Report. Kind of entering a lull period. I know we're still going to give you guys Cowboys coverage. That includes plenty of training camp coverage. Hit that sub button if you haven't already. It's youtube.com/CowboysTV. Let's talk signing a veteran wide receiver. Will McClay was asked about signing a veteran wide out, but team seems to want to wait, despite what some of the headlines out there might have said about what Will McClay had to say. I think the answer is mostly no. Here's exactly what Will said. We're always looking to improve. We feel like we have players on the roster that are improving. We've talked about the maturation process of players like Simi Fehoko, Jalen Tolbert. We have guys that have been here for a year, and we're looking for those guys to step up. If there's a chance to do something in free agency, we'll look at it. We feel good about the group because they've been here. They've been in the system. They were players that got drafted and didn't play for the first year. So we got to speed up that curve there. If we have a problem, we'll go out and get somebody to try and improve it. Pretty clear answer. Not right now. Like that's what we're saying, or at least that's what Will's saying. Maybe the Cowboys choose to revisit things after camp. If Michael Gallup still looks like he's not quite right. If Jalen Tolbert looks lost still. if a Simi Fehoko, a Dennis Houston, other UDFAs, David Durden, Jalen Moreno-Cropper, the 7th-round pick, Jalen Brooks, last year's UDFA, Dontario Drummond. If none of those guys flash anything, sure, maybe the Cowboys look at a veteran player, but I don't think because they've got what they want to be their top 4 set right now, I don't think they're going to be falling over themselves to sign somebody at the current moment. Plus, it's not like it's a great group of free agent wide receivers right now. Anyway.